What's going on? I am officially live. And as always with these live streams, it usually takes a few minutes for people to see that I'm live. My hair is crazy. I need a haircut. Like, whoa. Too much hair. But yeah, it usually takes a few minutes for people to see that I'm alive. So I'm just going to wait for people to start tuning in. Otherwise, I'm just rambling to myself. What's up? Last name Amir? Scotty, Canada Dry. Yeah, you know what? No beer today. I actually had a beer earlier. I was sick in my stomach before, so chilling with some ginger ale. I usually like diet ginger ale, but this is all they had. I actually pour water in this to make it kind of watered down a little bit because the sugar is usually too high for me. What's going on? Yeah, let's go random. How are you? Love your videos. Pinoy Ride, what's going on? Scotty, make some more videos. But yeah, let's go random. Has tons of awesome videos. If you haven't checked her channel out, definitely go do so. Thanks, I appreciate that. I know last time you said I pronounced your name wrong last time. Karsaw Amir. I only know Amir because my friend's name is Amir. So, but the last part, Canada Dry runs the ginger ale game. I'm down with that. Yeah, I usually get the Diet Canada ginger ale. I actually had a ginger beer earlier, which was, I love ginger everything. I love ginger ale, I love ginger beer, but that ginger ale was the most expensive and the worst ginger beer I've ever had in my life. It was Southern Tier ginger beer, and it had like lime and agave in it. The lime was overpowering. It was disgusting, but it was like $14 for a 4-pack. Holy moly, it was so bad and so expensive for that. Scotty, I'm sorry to hear. You said Scotty has Bootzilla 111. He said he had bronchitis, but I'm glad you're doing better now. Awesome. Yeah, the Star Wars celebration. What'd you think of Rogue One? Cass Raw. Okay. All right. Cass Raw. Hopefully I'm saying that correctly. But yeah, every time I see your name, it makes me think of my old friend Amir, who I haven't seen in a bit. But I hope he's doing well. He was, I knew that guy way back since my fraternity days. He was actually one of the first people that I met that was Muslim. So it kind of broadened my horizons as far as different religions and stuff back in the day. So that was pretty cool to me. And it's funny because I'm pretty sure he can't drink alcohol, but his father owns like a brewery, not a brewery, some kind of distribution center or something like that with alcohol. So that's kind of interesting. But you got to meet Scotty got to meet Felicity Jones. Wow, holy moly, that is amazing. Yeah, Scotty, I had no idea. Did you post anything about that? You should post about that. Make some more videos, Scotty. But how's everybody doing tonight? I made a video. I posted a video like 4 hours ago, but I was like, you know what, I'd like to do a vlog tonight, a little live stream, if you will. So these videos are so much fun to me. It's that instant interaction, and it's so easily accessible now that I can do it from my iPhone. So, he might have been, man, that is Tehran? I don't know. I'm not 100% sure. Maybe Tehran. Don't quote me on that. It's been a while. But yeah, super nice dude. He was jacked, super muscular. I remember we were outside one day, and we were in front of our fraternity house, and somebody, like some drunk kid, comes by and like kicks the garbage can over, and my one of my brothers is like, "Are you gonna pick that up?" And the guy started to mouth off to him, and then Amir walked up. He's like, "Pick it up," because Amir is this like hulking dude. That sticks out in my mind. It was just so funny. The guy immediately picked up the garbage can. Good times. But yeah, what's everybody watched lately? I'm trying to find some good stuff to watch. I've just watched a string of terribly crappy movies lately. I haven't seen anything that was really great, and I'm trying to break the streak of crappy movies I've watched recently. I watched Easter Sunday, which was a low-budget horror movie that I love the cover, but man, that movie was it was unwatchable. Binging Fast and the Furious. I never saw the last two, and then I really wasn't a huge fan of the series myself. I know a lot of people love it. It just got released on 4K, 7 and 6, I know that. But I actually liked Fast and Furious, or Too Fast, Too Furious. This is my favorite one. I know I'm in like probably the only person who likes that one the most. But yeah, I mean, I get it. They're high-octane movies. So yeah, I mean, it's definitely sad to see Paul Walker go. I liked him as an actor. He's done tons of great stuff. I think my favorite movie that he did was Running Scared. I don't really hear enough people talk about Running Scared. Definitely check that movie out. Great movie with Paul Walker in it. Yeah, I've heard people rave about the Santa Clarita Diet on Netflix. I haven't checked it out yet. There's so many different shows and movies I want to check out. Yeah, they're adding a bunch of stuff on Netflix, and I hate that they just changed the rating system on Netflix. It used to be 5-star rating, which was perfect. Now they're changing it to a thumbs up, thumbs down rating system, and it's messed up the whole ratings currently because I guess they're working on the whole system. So it seems like everything has got great ratings when they don't really. But I think the thumbs up, thumbs down isn't really good. In fact, YouTube forever ago used to have a 5-star rating system, and I'd prefer that back then too. But yeah, the Netflix rating, then the IMDb, they took away the message boards. That was the best part of IMDb. I don't understand that. I think there's complaints about, negative comments. It's the internet. You're going to get that. I actually had a comment yesterday. This whole stream of comments from this one person kind of had me cracking up. The comment that this person wrote just said, F off. And I replied, I was at work, I think I was on the toilet at work, and I replied back, I was like, no thanks, I said something like get a life or something like that, and they replied back, they said something like ugly movies, and I'm like, it was a horror movie top 10 list, the top 10 snowy setting horror movies, and I'm like, if you don't like horror movies, why are you watching the videos? And then he replied back, sexy man, I don't like the movies, but you look good. I'm like, this is such a weird, it went from telling me to F off to this. Just a hilarious string of comments. I need to do like a kind of making fun at the troll comments that I get, because some of them are absolutely hilarious. Top Criterion Blu-rays? Yeah, that is a great question, which I've been thinking about doing that video for so long. I actually need to pick up Hoop Dreams is one that I would highly recommend. For me, it's like the best sports documentary that I've seen. And I had the DVD, I got rid of it, and I haven't I haven't picked up the Blu-ray yet because the Blu-ray has more special features. Here's some of my Criterion collection. Let's look at it together. Three Colors Trilogy is definitely one of the best in my opinion. Phenomenal. The Pooh Trilogy, I think there's still a lot of great box sets and releases that are DVD only from Criterion Collection. I think Vampire is still just DVD only. Great surreal, haunting film. Slacker, I'm not sure if that has a Blu-ray release or not. It might, actually. I need to upgrade that if it does. That's one I've always loved. Terry Gilliam is great. The Great Beauty is a recent one that I really enjoyed. I'm just looking through here. Chungking Express I've always enjoyed. I know I've done this a whole bunch of times talking about this. Some of my top favorite Criterions. I still need to pick up a ton of Criterions. You can't go wrong with some Akira Kurosawa. Eraserhead and David Lynch. It's one I remember watching in film school, and that completely changed my mind about just a whole bunch of the ways that I looked at movies. But there's so many different films. I'm going to make a top 10 list for sure. Here's one that Port of Shadows is phenomenal too. But here's another one I never hear anybody talk about from Roger Altman, Secret Honor. This movie was incredible. It's basically about Richard Nixon holding up in the White House and just going on a tirade essentially. And the performance in here with Philip Baker Hall is incredible. Love that movie. Anyways, I've probably missed a bunch of comments, so hold on. Scrolling through. Too Fast, Too Furious for me, I love the cast interaction between Tyrese and Paul Walker. It was just, had great comedic moments. And then Eva Mendes was so stunning. Mwah. I think, Tokyo Drift for me was the worst one of the bunch that I've seen. But, I definitely, for me, Too Fast, Too Furious is my favorite. But I understand what you're saying. Yeah, I could see that for sure. That's a good analogy, Cinema Outlaws. I like that. Child Eater, yes, I did. I have it somewhere over here. Child Eater, I really enjoyed. I can't remember if I filmed a video. I think I might have already filmed a video for it. I just have to edit together like a reviews recommendations video. But I watched Child Eater and I loved Child Eater. Super creepy, atmospheric. I would definitely recommend that if you're into low budget horror movies, especially that have an 80s feel. To me, it reminded me of 80s horror. I enjoyed the heck out of Child Eater. If you like low budget horror, definitely check that out. Philip Baker Hall. Yeah, absolutely. But he blew me away in Secret Honor, and I never hear anybody talk about that movie. And it's such a phenomenal performance for me. It's one of the ones that he gets so heated when he's like spitting. It's just I love that raw energy. It reminds me of Gary Oldman in Sid and Nancy too. He's just like snot dripping down, just really getting into the role. I absolutely love it. Viola Davis in Fences. I mean, there's a whole bunch of performances where you're just getting so raw and caught up in the emotions. It feels so real. You just get the kind of grossness of it and that the snot, the spit, all of it. I love it. It just feels so raw and authentic to me when I see an actor do that. Most anticipated Blu-ray release? It might be Juice. I've been looking forward to the Juice Blu-ray for a while. Somebody actually messaged me and let me know about it, but I actually already knew about it beforehand. But thank you for anybody who thinks of me like that. I appreciate that big time. I am looking forward to the Thing Arrow video Blu-ray release. I'm hoping it has a cool special edition. Even though I have the movie like 18 times over, I'll be happy with that because Arrow Video always does a phenomenal job with their releases. So I'm looking forward to seeing what they do, special features wise and packaging wise. I could always go for some more The Thing special features. So that's probably like The Thing, Juice. The Slither release looks awesome too from Scream Factory. I actually already have the Canadian version, which was like crazy out of print. So yeah, I mean, I love that movie too. Lots of horror films say I'm not a real film horror buff until I see the Serbian film. No, you don't. You don't need to see that. That's for people. It's not really being a horror buff. It's more for there's like a whole side segment of like sick and twisted and disturbing horror. That's what that would fall under. You don't even need to see that movie, in my opinion. I saw that movie. It's nothing that I feel like I would ever need to watch again. It is definitely disturbing for sure. My favorite foreign film, I get I get that question like every time I do a live stream, and I'm always trying to think of like off the top of my head. There's so many phenomenal foreign films. My favorite animated movie is a foreign film, Grave of the Fireflies, which I would love to see a proper Blu-ray release for. It has a Blu-ray release, but doesn't have like nowhere near all the special features that the DVD release has. I love Hidden Fortress. I love Umberto D. There's so many great films. I love a lot of foreign horror as well, especially French horror. Inside, Frontiers, High Tension, Mutants, Them. I know I'm forgetting some too. Livid is another great one too. French horror. I love. Yeah, there's a lot of great Asian cinema. I love The Wailing. The Wailing was my favorite movie of last year. There's some of the best movies I've seen are foreign films. Spear of the Beehive. I actually did a video on here where it was the movie tag video, and that I go over a few of my favorite foreign films as well. I love the original Let the Right One In and the original Girl with the Dragon Tattoo. Fincher's version, I'm sorry, nowhere near as good as the original Girl with the Dragon Tattoo. Yeah, I know. I saw the new artwork for the Slither Scream Factory release. It looks amazing, except for Elizabeth Banks. Her face looks a little weird. Besides that, amazing artwork. Yeah, I did a film review for a Serbian film forever ago, probably 6 or 7 years ago, and that was like my most viewed video on my old channel. It had like 150,000 views. I don't even know how. I don't think it really comes up in traffic anymore because it was so long ago. But yeah, at that point, I was like, I'm gonna be internet famous. But of course, that never happened. Actually, I had issues with I had my channel. I don't know if it was hacked or what exactly happened, but yeah. Unfortunately, I started a new channel and never got those great views again. Irreversible, no. I think we had this disagreement before. I think Irreversible is so overrated. I don't know. I'm not into it at all. I think that one is, you know what's so funny though? I was actually thinking about this recently. Irreversible, I want to say 3-4 years ago, was a movie I heard everybody talk about and rave about. But now I really don't hear many people talk about it. I feel like that's the way with a lot of films. I think there's just such an oversaturation in general for cinema lately. The past few years, it's just so many movies just that it's hard for people to see like a great film, accept it, and hold on to it. They're just on to the next one. It just doesn't resonate as much because we're just that instant gratification. All right, let me just go through the comments here. Thanks, Charles. I appreciate that. What's going on? How are you, Julian? Yes, I do need to get the Criterion for Vanishing as well. I think I used to have the DVD, and I might have. I do. Never mind. I take it back. I do have. I'm still have to organize my collection. I got everything. I got all the bookcases, so I'm gonna organize it. And I wanted to do a couple videos before I organized it, but I do have Vanishing actually right behind me. So yeah, once I organize everything, I'll properly know what I have and where everything is. So it's funny. I saw the remake for the Vanishing before I saw the original, and the original was way better. Um, no, I do not smoke the marijuanas. But I will tell you, I did way back in the day, like a decade ago, I did. But no, not anymore. No desire ever to again. I do like the smell of it, though. Like, not when it's being smoked, but the smell of the actual bud itself. The plants. I mean, it's just, I do love that smell. But no desire to ever smoke it, to ingest it, to do anything with it. The only thing I do now is drink, and I don't really drink that much. How do you feel about the Dune remake? The Lynch version is so divisive. Yeah, I know there's the Jaworski version that came out on Blu-ray, which I still need to check out. But yeah, there's so many movies that are being remade, and I would like to see more original ideas instead of remake sequels and prequels and different variations. And that's the whole thing with all these different movies. They're calling just a new adaptation, but all these adaptations take from the previous movies too. The Flavor Town. What's going on, Guy Fieri? You always crack me up when you leave a comment. Yeah, actually, Alien Covenant. I am, when I first heard about it, I wasn't too excited because some of the people involved, I don't really love some of the cast members. But the last couple trailers I saw looked amazing. I know some people had a gripe about the look of the Xenomorph. I thought the Xenomorph looked good. And I think that was the part of the reason that people didn't like Prometheus. They were expecting Xenomorphs jumping around, going crazy, and that really wasn't the case. But I loved Prometheus. It set just a phenomenal, immersive experience. And I'm looking forward to seeing Alien Covenant. I love the franchise in general, so definitely one I'm looking forward to the most of the year. So can't wait to watch that one. That's a whole nother list that I've been meaning to do as well. Yeah, let's go random. What movies need a DVD? What DVD movies on DVD need a Blu-ray release in your opinion? There's so many. I've been meaning to do one for horror. I've had this stack of movies that I've slowly had to dwindle away because so many of those ones now have Blu-ray releases, and I'm such a slacker when it comes to doing these videos. But I'll tell you. Let's see, what do I have down here? Rawhead Rex needs one for, we're talking about horror right here. The Poughkeepsie Tapes, Who Can Kill a Child, Fright Night 2, Freaks. Mutants is another one that I think needs one. But a movie that I always thought deserved a Blu-ray release, Juice is finally getting one, but The Beach with Leonardo DiCaprio. That is one I've always loved and always felt like it deserved to get a Blu-ray release. And it still doesn't, which is so surprising to me. So many films recently have finally gotten the Blu-ray treatment, and there's still a lot that need it too. I'm going to do a whole video of that eventually, hopefully soon. I'll at least do the horror one soon. The regular one, mixed genre, I'll probably get to a little bit later. Prometheus got overhyped. I disagree completely. I feel like Prometheus got more hate than appreciation. I am a big fan of Nicholas Winding Refn. Very stylistic director. Enjoyed him way back in the day. I remember he did was it Bronson with Tom Hardy. But I love the look and feel of his films. I think he's become influential now as well. Man. Whew. I don't know what it was earlier, but something killed my stomach. I don't know if I think I had some Korean food, and I've had this Korean food before. But I was hanging out with this girl before, and we ordered it in, and it took like an hour and 40 minutes for it to arrive, and it was kind of cold when it got here. But I was so hungry, I killed that, and then I not long after, I had to run up the stairs and be like, "It's time for you to go home." I had to go use the bathroom. But yeah, my stomach is still a little funky right now. What is it? Was it an alien face hugger? I'm not sure what you're asking, Cinema Outlaws. As far as the Blade Runner version, the different cuts, I feel like I need to revisit them, honestly. I have a couple different editions of the Blade Runner. I'm actually looking forward to the new Blade Runner as well. Talk movies with us. What's going on, Ashley and George? George, I like how you designate who it is. I appreciate that. It makes it easier. Have you seen The Guest? I love The Guest. And Dan Stevens is. I just saw he's going to be in a new movie coming up. The poster is like just his face, and ever since The Guest, whenever I see him pop up, I'm like, that dude is creepy. He played that role so perfectly. Yes, absolutely. I love You're Next as well. But yeah, The Guest was intense and creepy and palpable. I loved it, and he was perfect for that role. There's so many different actors and stuff where I could see other actors playing that role, but certain movies like him in The Guest, that was phenomenal. Christian Bale in American Psycho, like made for those roles. Yeah, absolutely. The Guest soundtrack was phenomenal too. There's so many, especially recently. I feel like there's been a lot of really great soundtracks. There's one called A Mind's Eye, which I really enjoyed too. It was a low budget horror, but I really enjoyed it. Yeah, a lot of great scores, soundtracks coming out. So give me some movie recommendations to check out. Ones that I haven't seen that you would recommend. I appreciate the recommendation of The Guest, which I have seen. I love that movie. But yeah, give me some new movie recommendations to check out. I feel like lately, the past like couple weeks, I've just seen movies that were average or crappy. So I've seen a lot of crappy movies lately, and I'm hoping to break that streak. I need something to stop that. Instructions not included. I have not seen it. What's that about? Instructions not included. Yeah, Trick or Treat is, I remember years ago I included it on my like top 10 underrated horror movies that are on Blu-ray list. I think it was like 3 years ago I did that list now. Now I feel like I can't say Trick or Treat is underrated. I feel like so many people know about it now. But definitely a phenomenal film, an all-time Halloween horror classic. I don't know what you're asking about the Desire anymore. What do you mean? I'm not sure what do you mean about that. Have you heard of the upcoming Body? Yes, I saw the trailer for that. I guess the extended trailer. That looks super creepy and trippy. I'm definitely looking forward to that one. Yes, I love body horror as well. Of course, like Cronenberg-esque. I saw a trailer for a movie. I think it was called Evolution, which looked like it was going to be some kind of body horror as well. Although it got bad ratings, I'm still kind of intrigued about it. Yes, I love The Pope of Greenwich Village with Mickey Rourke and Eric Roberts. Yeah, Eric Roberts. Oh, you... I'm thinking in my head, and then the next sentence you say Mickey Rourke and Eric Roberts. Yeah, I have it on DVD. But you know what I don't understand? That has a Blu-ray release, but it's a double feature Blu-ray release. I felt like The Pope of Greenwich Village was popular enough to have a standalone Blu-ray release. So I don't always understand why they do that. Certain movies, they get a double feature release. And then, like, there's so many movies, like Terror Vision and The Video Dead has a double feature Blu-ray release from Scream Factory. But there's so many other movies that don't have as big of a fan following and just aren't that as good in general. And they have a standalone Blu-ray release. I'd rather have standalone Blu-ray releases. Oh, what were you going to say? Yeah, let me know what you're talking about with the You Don't Have Desire Anymore. Elaborate, please. I don't know what you're talking about, actually. Yes, I've seen Dead Girl, the movie Dead Girl, which is essentially zombie rape. There's a zombie girl, and these high school kids find it and start having sex with it. Really, obviously, it's a allegory for, that kind of stuff, but the morals that it brings up is definitely an important question, but a great movie still. Watched it with your grandmother? Your grandmother liked it? Yeah, that is weird. Ever seen... Yes. Oh, that sounds pretty good. I like that. Yeah, Let's Go Random. That sounds like a good movie. I'm not going to be on here too much longer because I just got the notification that my battery life is dying. iPhones, as much as I love them, their batteries are terrible. They're after like a year and a half, 2-year range, the battery life drains so quickly. So yeah, I'm going to stay on here for just a couple more minutes, but quick, give me some more movie recommendations, people. The final episode of The Walking Dead, I was actually going to do a video about it. I thought it was good, but I wanted more from it. All that build-up, and it just... it was still good, especially when Sheba jumped out. I love that scene, but I felt like, and I knew that one part was going to happen with the junkyard people, but I just wanted a little bit more from it. There's some weird old John Stamos movie called Never Too Young to Die. I haven't seen that one. I know that it just got released though on Blu-ray, but I haven't checked it out. Colossal. Yeah, it does sound interesting. Is it out yet though? I don't think it's out. Did you see Meet the Blacks? Yes, I did, and they always like my posts that I have on Twitter and stuff, and I hated that movie. They're making a sequel of it too. Yeah, I was not a fan of that movie. I remember watching that movie with this girl at the time, and she loved it. I couldn't get into it at all. I thought it was hot garbage. One of the worst parody movies I've seen. Eden Lake is phenomenal. It's one of my all-time favorites now. Awesome. But yeah, I'm going to only stay on here for a few more minutes before my phone dies. But yeah, check out my video that I just posted like 4 hours ago. I know this is probably not great to post another video so quickly with this live stream, but I was just in the mood to do it. And that's one of the things I like about these live streams, that instant interaction and the fact that it's so easily accessible with the iPhone now. I can just press that live button. I really haven't... I sold some movies, but I still have I'll show you a quick collection overview. Horror Blu-rays, Criterions, Twilight Time, Disney, TV shows, Steelbooks, Digibooks, Arrow Video, bust sets, and then all in here is the rest of the collection. Horror DVDs, Blu-rays, 4K, some box sets, my dog. So, as much as I've sold, I still have a ton. So yeah, I think people under the misconception that I've sold all my collection, no. I still have around 3,000 Blu-rays. So yeah, no, I still have a ton. I keep going. It's an ebb and flow. I get new stuff in. I'm trying to let go of a few things here. But now I've got to the point where it's kind of hard because I feel like I've gotten rid of everything that I really can't see myself watching again. If I can't see myself watching a movie again, it's time to get rid of it. Yes, I just got The Legend of Bruce Lee Volume 2 in. Just reading through the comments right now. Yeah, I mean, Walking Dead to me, I feel like after the mid-season premiere, it just kind of fell off a cliff. Too many filler episodes. I understand the buildup of the backstory and the characters and the drama, but sometimes you just need a little bit more. Thank you, Pat Davis. I appreciate it. Charles W., thank you. Yeah, so no, I still have a ton of films, so I will be doing more alcohol reviews coming up soon, so look forward to that. But my battery is about to die on my phone. Thank you for the people who tuned in. I do appreciate it. And please check out my video I posted like 4 hours ago, because it's probably not going to get any view exposure because I just posted this live stream video. So do me a favor and check out my recent update video where I picked up, like, it was a mail day, essentially, 13 movies. So I hope everybody's doing well, and I hope you all have a great night. And leave me, once this video stops going live and posts to YouTube, I think it takes like 15-20 minutes or something, please leave me movie recommendations on the video, and I will go back and check on that. And if I do watch the video and or watch the movie in the future, I will let you know what I thought of it and how it was. And again, thank you for everybody who tuned in. I love doing these live streams, so expect a lot more of them coming up in the future. Have a great night.